Well, I don't know about bashing. Some people might be excited for this one.
Yeah,
Thunderbolts.
these all look like characters I give less than two craps about.
Thunderbolts are go.
Look at how all the black and dark colors.
Well, that's because this is
It's
like
because they're a villain team.
one thing I always actually
Seriously,
gave.
look at them. They are all villains. If you think about their previous stories, they were not the heroes of those stories. They are all the villains. This is a villain team. This is once again Hollywood trying to make the bad guys the good guys.
Okay, so I yeah, it does look a little drab, doesn't it?
That's not Captain Ukraine in the background there.
I thought he was whatever. Okay, anyway, let's talk about the trailer. Did you watch the trailer?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Marvel Studios has released the debut trailer for Thunderbolts, set to be the last film of Phase 5 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Yes, that's Asterix's deliberate no. Marvel Studios chief Kevin Feige has yet to explain why. I don't even know where the phases begin or end at this point.
I don't either. It doesn't even matter.
Okay.
We are now in the post Marvel phase, the post good stories phase.
The trailer below kicks off with Florence Pugh's Yelena Belova visiting her father, Red Guardian, David Harbour, who isn't in the best of places. It's clear neither character is particularly happy with their lot, and both are in need of some stimulation. Throughout the course of the trailer, we see this anti-hero team take up shape with Wyatt Russell as John Walker, U.S. agent, Hannah John Kamen as Ava Starr, Ghost, Olga Kurylenko as Antanya Drekyov, aka the Taskmaster, trying to wrap their heads around what's happening to them as they fight one another. Sebastian Stan reprises his role as Bucky Barnes, aka the Winter Soldier, and based on the trailer, we see Bucky go up against the Thunderbolts before becoming their de facto leader.
Leia Plus Size makes a great point. She says, I have no plans to see this movie. What I hate the most about this Thunderbolts is the deconstruction of Bucky Barnes, the only character I cared about. It's probably, if you've been a fan of the Marvel movies up to this point, he's the only character you even know. Because all of those other characters, you have to have watched the Disney Plus shows to even know who these characters are. The average moviegoer is going to go, who is this low-rent, bearded Captain America looking
U.S.
guy
agent
in black?
Didn't you watch the Disney Plus show?
Exactly my point. No, I didn't.
In
fact, nobody did. If you look at the numbers the honest numbers for Disney, nobody watched this stuff.
They took away Bucky's storyline as the new Cap, where he found redemption. He did not stay evil. Do you think that Disney will ever get desperate enough to recut those Marvel series into feature-length movies and show them on the big screen as a feature?
They would need a lot of cutting. Although I will say this, there's a bloke out there who's taking the Star Wars series on Disney Plus and editing them down into movie-length features, and they are much, much better. He did this with, I think it was Ahsoka, and he did it with Obi-Wan. And I'm thinking about showing those as watch-alongs for my members.
Interesting.
Because in this way, you could say the basic story. You don't have to see all the bullshit. Yeah,
it's the abridged version, like that abridged Hobbit you told me about,
without having to give any money to Disney.
At one point, we see Julia Louis-Dreyfus as Valentina Allegra de Fontaine, who is ostensibly in charge of the Thunderbolts. She's the Amanda Waller here, isn't she?
I guess, yeah.
Which came first, the Thunderbolts or the Suicide Squad?
Suicide Squad.
Okay, but the highlight is a first look at Louis Pullman's Bob A.K. Sentry, who appears to be bemused when the rest of the team turn up unannounced. Top Gun Maverick star Louis Pullman replaced Stephen Yeun as Sentry. Following The Walking Dead star's departure from the role, Pullman, the son of actor Bill Pullman, delivered a memorable performance as Lieutenant Robert Bob Floyd in Top Gun Maverick, with other notable credits including 2018 neo-noir thriller Bad Times at the El Royale, the TV series Outer Range, and most recently Apple's Lessons in Chemistry opposite Marvel star Brie Larson. You gonna watch that show?
No, not
Okay.
at all. And let me tell you something: the average film goer, like I said, goes to see this movie thinking, "Oh, this is Marvel. I like Marvel." Wait a minute, who are all these characters? Right? Because even when you went to see the older Marvel films, people knew Iron Man, they knew Captain America,
they knew Thor.
They knew Thor. They don't know who these people are. And the fans that actually do know these characters say, yeah, first, this is from an era of Marvel Comics we all hated. And secondly, these are poor representation. That is not Taskmaster. Taskmaster was a cool badass.
Yeah, he's like a favorite villain, and they kind of messed him up in the MCU. I didn't understand that. So I don't know.
But again, a villain, not a hero, or even an anti-hero. It's not even an anti-hero.
They drag everyone in the Marvel. They have Aubrey Plaza on Agatha all along right now. Everyone gets sucked in, whether you want to or not. It's probably some deal you have in Hollywood. You have to do a Marvel project at some point, right?
Well, I don't know about Hollywood, but if
Christian Bale was in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. He was Batman, and he's playing the villain in Guardians 3. I mean, I don't. It does look very drab, doesn't it?
It really does.
One of the things I always gave credit, like when I used to watch the old Marvel movies, I think it was when I was watching Captain America, The Winter Soldier.
Mm-hmm.
And me and my friend commented on the fact that even though this is sort of a darker, more serious Marvel movie, it's not afraid of its comic book roots.
Right.
It'll still have something silly like a computer that talks to Cap, in that one room. Like they'll still have the weird comic book stuff in there because they understand this is what we are.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is all about though, but
so Deleted Scenes is bringing up Lewis Pullman, and he's playing a character called the Sentinel, right? Do you know who the Sentinel is in Marvel Comics? He's effectively a pastiche, almost even parody of Superman. This is really? Marvel doing Superman.
So this is Marvel doing Homelander.
Yep.
Kevin Feige is so stupid to understand what the Thunderbolts are really about. They were villains pretending to be good guys until they liked being good guys and didn't go back to being evil. That's interesting. All I remember is I think I heard somewhere that when I think Harry Osborn, who used to be the Green Goblin, was now the Iron Patriot, right? But underneath the Iron Patriot suit, he was still wearing his Green Goblin makeup, which made me think, yeah, that's not a good guy, Tony Stark. There, you got working for you. Yeah, that's a psychopath.
Exactly right.
You haven't.
And the other thing too is the Thunderbolts were all about Thaddeus Ross and his Ahab-like hatred of the Hulk, which we don't even talk about the Hulk anymore. That character barely even exists in the Marvel.
He was on She-Hulk.
Whatever.
Yelled at.
Whatever. Another thing that nobody watched, right? So nobody would know, right? And and they don't want to get too much into those stories because that's the corruption of the government and the deep state, and everything that they shied away from during the Civil War.
My mistake. Christian Bale was the villain in Thor: Love and Thunder. I said Guardians 3. That was a mistake. I haven't seen either of those yet.
I won't be seeing any of them.